How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Boy, we've got an action-packed episode full of the scariest video clips going around. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more spooky content. Just like this.
Now, check this, folks.
In late April 2025, a bizarre clip of Pope Francis left viewers questioning reality.
Do you see that? Let's watch it again. See? Bump. That's AI, because it makes them kind of mistakes.
In the video, shared by TikTok user TonyG's2, the Pope appears to have 3 hands for a brief moment.
To me, these are AI. 100% that's AI, and that's AI. And if this was used in the mainstream, which it was, then what you got to ask is why? Is it because they needed him to pop on a certain date, like Easter Sunday, for instance?
Seconds later, it looks like his fingers merge.
Same up here. Watch his hands turn into one big finger in the centre. See? It's strange. These clips look like they've been used after he died, if you ask me, because he's a lot more chubbier, I noticed, in these clips.
Some claimed it was a glitch in the Matrix or a sign the live broadcast had been digitally tampered with. Conspiracy theories posited whether the Pope had actually died months earlier than reported. They claim these images are AI generated so as to keep the Pope visually alive until his passing was officially reported at Easter. So what do you think? Drop a robot emoji in the comments if you think it's AI, or a broken heart if you just think it's sad that he's gone.
To me, these are AI. 100% that's AI, and that's AI. And if this was used in the mainstream, which it was, then what you got to ask is why? Is it because they needed him to pop on a certain date, like Easter Sunday, for instance?
I guess we're going to call it a theory, but it lines up with everything. So even with Mountain Dew.
Our next tale toes the line between absurd conspiracy and chilling coincidence. Content creator Maverick Bailey, known as Maverick Approach, has been raising eyebrows and goosebumps online with his theory connecting Mountain Dew flavors to major disasters.
But it seems to be like every time they make a big push with a certain flavor, it correlates with a certain event.
Bailey points out bizarre coincidences like the Maui Burst flavor, a pineapple-flavored dew released prior to the devastating 2023 Maui wildfires.
Maui Burst, that's a flavor. 3 months later, guess what's happened?
Fires in Maui.
Fires in Maui.
Conspiracy theorists latch onto the DEW acronym, Directed Energy Weapon, to suggest the fires were no accident. Social media erupted with questions like coincidence, mocking, or predictive programming. The eerie connections don't end there. Code Red launched May 2001, shortly before the 9/11 attacks, a tragedy commonly referred to as a Code Red scenario. Pitch Black, re-released in October 2024, allegedly foreshadowing the massive CrowdStrike cyber blackout that crippled millions of Windows devices worldwide in July 2024. Star Spangled Splash, released in early 2024, eerily preceding the March 2024 collapse of Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, a bridge named after the writer of the US national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. Maverick is now sounding alarms about Mountain Dew's upcoming flavor, Baja Midnight, speculating it references the witching hour, predicting possible paranormal events, or even a widespread cyber blackout.
Now this new flavor, Baja Midnight, could be referring to something like this, like the witching hour, which is at 12 o'clock. Now, my guess on this could be something, we're gonna see something very weird on a paranormal level, or something that's gonna make us question everything. This also could be in reference to an eclipse, aka a midnight sun, and you guys remember that crazy eclipse that we had last year in April, so I would be on the lookout for this year because it's on March 13th.
His theories have resonated online, spawning widespread discussions and memes. Even Mountain Dew jokingly weighed in on Bailey's Instagram, quipping, "Keep your voice down."
This is just really good marketing, or it's just hidden in plain sight.
Yet while the theory evokes chills, fact-checkers dismiss it as a blend of coincidence and pattern finding. Maui Burst, for example, debuted years earlier in 2019, long before the Maui tragedy. Still, Bailey's Dew conspiracies offer a darkly poetic narrative, sweet soda flavors secretly heralding doom. It resonates with our innate desire to find patterns amid chaos, and a reminder of how easily correlation can feel like conspiracy.
So every time something happens, these flavors that they push out, and sometimes they're new flavors or they re-release them.
Even the most mundane places can spawn a mystery. A Redditor named Because Toast posted a peculiar photo taken at a pub, a Wetherspoons in the UK fondly called Spoons. The post reads, "Notice this glitch in the matrix in Spoons last night. The sign and the shadow don't match up, causing a stir of confusion in the comments." So is this a glitch or an optical illusion? I'll let you decide. TikTok user Mr. Enfermero, a night shift nurse known for documenting his quiet late-night hospital rounds, has recently captured something unsettling lurking in the shadows. While most of his uploads are routine, just glimpses into life during a typical graveyard shift, several eerie clips suggest something paranormal might roam the halls of this medical facility. In the first clip, Mr. Enfermero investigates strange noises echoing down an empty corridor. Second clip escalates the creepiness. Filming again after hearing odd sounds, he captures this. Yet the third video is by far the most chilling. At precisely 3 AM, Mr. Enfermero has to run an errand through an abandoned section of the hospital, closed off and unused for some time. He unknowingly captures a dark silhouette standing motionless in the shadows of a ward, clearly watching him. Given his previous experiences with unexplained phenomena, many followers speculate this shadowy apparition could be the restless spirit of a former patient, lingering long after their passing. Whether skeptic or believer, one thing is clear: Mr. Enfermero's videos have transformed the mundane into the macabre, and perhaps confirmed the hospital's rumoured haunted reputation. Not all creepy discoveries involve ghosts. Some involve disturbingly real secrets. Reddit user Salviatrix shared a story titled, "Bought an old phone at my local market. It still had the messages of the last owner on it." Innocent snooping turned into horror as Salviatrix realized what those messages were about. The text reads,
"A day you don't learn anything is a day wasted. I learn something new every day. Trouble is I forget two things. You don't need all organs. Can survive with tablets. Half of one lung enough. Liver regenerates. Private parts. Most a bowel. Stomach can go. One kidney enough. Do need heart, spinal cord, brain, although most people seem to manage without."
Viewer reactions varied from noting that he sounds sick to suggesting this is code for a black market organ harvesting business. The OP later followed up that there was another message inferring that Chase had been made redundant. So are these the missives of a sick man who just lost his job, or is there more going on here? A bizarre video has recently gone viral, spreading across social media and fueling heated debates online. Uploaded by PAG Paranormal, the eerie clip was reportedly recorded somewhere in Indonesia. It shows a strange, unidentified creature perched high in a tree, appearing to eat something. Cryptid enthusiasts were quick to suggest the creature could be a previously undocumented species, pointing to its distinct anatomy as proof that we might be dealing with an unknown cryptid. Skeptics, however, remain unconvinced, arguing it's merely a well-crafted hoax, perhaps someone wearing a convincing costume or CGI trickery designed to attract views. Whatever the case, the creature in this Indonesian video remains unidentified, leaving viewers intrigued and unsettled, as the internet debates what exactly was caught lurking among the treetops.
Kawan. Kawan.
Reddit user EOG05 recently sparked intrigue online by sharing an unsettling photograph with the question, "Did I take a photo of a ghost back in 2013? The chilling image, taken while working an overnight job at the notoriously haunted Linda Vista Hospital in Los Angeles, shows a strange figure lurking ominously at the end of a hallway. Linda Vista Hospital, originally built in 1905 to serve employees of the Santa Fe Railroad, has a storied and tragic history. After decades of decline, the hospital closed its doors in 1991 amid rumours of poor patient care, violence and staff shortages. Subsequently, the hospital became a popular filming location, its eerie atmosphere captured on screen in various movies and TV shows, from Addams Family Values to episodes of paranormal investigation series. But beyond its use as a cinematic backdrop, Linda Vista gained notoriety for real-life paranormal phenomena. Actors, crew members, and visitors have repeatedly reported hearing unexplained whispers, cries, and footsteps, and experiencing strange physical sensations like being touched or pushed by unseen hands. Among the frequently cited spirits are a small child seen wandering near the former surgical suite, an orderly reportedly still doing his rounds, and a young woman pacing the third-floor hallways. AOGO5's photo adds another spine-chilling layer to the legend. The bizarre apparition in the picture appears almost human-shaped, standing motionless in the dim corridor. Yet the uploader maintains the area was empty at the time and recalls sprinting through the halls to avoid lingering in the eerie, abandoned environment. Reddit user After Boysenberry96 shared some deeply unsettling images titled "The Manikins at an Observatory," sparking intense debate across social media. The photos, taken at the Mount St. Helens Science and Learning Center, depict what appears to be a harmless educational display featuring mannequins staged as a family viewing a mountain range. But one figure, an elderly woman, is disturbingly realistic, prompting chilling questions. Unlike the plainly artificial parents and children, the elderly mannequin exhibits unnervingly lifelike features. Skin textures, wrinkles, and jewelry are so precisely detailed they appear genuinely human. Even more disturbing is a close-up revealing cracks in the plaster on the mannequin's hand, underneath which appears to be real human-like skin. The original poster speculated on several possible explanations. Plastination, a preservation method famously used in body exhibits, resulting in lifelike cadavers. Cement spray casting, a method used to preserve clothing shapes and possibly conceal a human form beneath. Genuine human remains, possibly donated bodies used as mannequins in a disturbing twist. The post quickly drew attention, accumulating comments filled with fascination and horror. One Redditor, Dearest Thought, recalled the bizarre case of Elmer McCurdy, an American outlaw killed in 1911 whose mummified remains were displayed as a carnival attraction for decades, eventually mistaken for a prop until rediscovered as a real human corpse in 1976. The unsettling comparison underscored the plausibility that human bodies could inadvertently or intentionally end up as public displays. Despite the user initially being skeptical of their own claim, the uncanny realism, combined with historical precedent and visual clues in the images, sparked genuine unease. The idea that such a macabre exhibit might quietly exist in a family-oriented observatory is chilling, fueling speculation whether these mannequins might indeed be actual human remains preserved and displayed publicly. Before we get to our last segment, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll always be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy content. In Columbus, Ohio, during 1984, the Resch household erupted with inexplicable phenomena. Telephones flew, furniture violently skidded, lamps crashed, and plates shattered. A terrified family witnessed their home become a battleground, with 14-year-old Tina Resch at the storm's center, soon dubbed the Columbus Poltergeist Kid by national headlines. Photographer Fred Shannon's iconic image of a telephone flying over Tina Resch seared the Columbus Poltergeist Kid into public consciousness. Published worldwide, it turned a private nightmare into a public spectacle, attracting swarms of media. The nation was captivated by the relentless, terrifying phenomena, flickering lights, self-activating appliances, and even a flying paring knife that narrowly missed Tina, all seemingly centered on the troubled 14-year-old. But the narrative of supernatural siege fractured sharply when a WTVN TV camera, inadvertently recording during a press conference, caught something strange.
Watch again, this time in slow motion.
Tina can be seen yanking a lamp down. This incident fueled skepticism. Was it a genuine haunting or a teenage hoax? Prominent skeptics like James Randi highlighted the footage, largely dismissing Tina's claim that she acted to make the press leave. For many, the Poltergeist Kid became a fraud. However, parapsychologist William Roll remained unconvinced it was all a hoax. Roll, however, documented phenomena he was adamant Tina couldn't have faked. Objects moving while under his direct observation, items he'd meticulously checked for trickery. Documenting numerous unexplained events in a short period, he suspected genuine paranormal activity. Could the ghosts have been an explosion of Tina's internal turmoil? Her early life offers a grim backdrop. Born Christina Boyer in 1969, she was abandoned at 10 months due to her biological mother's addiction and instability. Adopted by the Reschs, she entered a home known for foster care, but also for strict discipline and corporal punishment. Feeling like an outsider, Tina was labelled unruly, felt ignored, and faced humiliation at multiple schools before being withdrawn in 4th grade. The tragic death of her only close friend compounded her isolation. At 12, her world darkened further. She alleged sexual abuse by her foster brother, a desperate cry reportedly met not with help, but with cold dismissal and a slap. Her adoptive father, believing she faked the phenomena, allegedly responded to her teenage rebellion with physical force. This accumulation of trauma, abandonment, alleged abuse, neglect, and a craving for love created a volatile internal state. Roll's recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis theory proposed that such stress in adolescence could cause involuntary psychokinetic outbursts. Could the phenomena have been physical manifestations of Tina's fractured psyche, desperate cries from an unloved child? Roll observed destructive events often coincided with anger-inducing individuals fitting the Resch home. Neurological tests also suggested a mild Tourette's, which Roll thought might have psychic links. The poltergeist activity subsided, especially with supportive attention from investigators. However, Christina Boyer's, formerly Tina, life remained turbulent. Fleeing home at 16, she married to escape, but allegedly faced an abusive relationship followed by depression and an eating disorder. Years later, a more devastating horror overshadowed her chaotic youth. In 1992, Christina's 3-year-old daughter Amber died under the care of Christina's boyfriend, David Heron, from a pattern of beatings. Despite an alibi, Christina was charged with murder. Heron later admitted to abusing Amber. Facing the death penalty, Christina accepted an offered plea, maintaining innocence but acknowledging the state's evidence, and received a life sentence. Heron got a lesser sentence for failing to seek medical aid for Amber and was later released. Christina Boyer remains incarcerated, her life a testament to early trauma's impact. A paranormal conduit, a soul whose agony reshaped reality, or a cunning manipulator behind it all? The flying telephone is iconic, but the deeper mystery may be the unseen wounds of a shattered childhood and how such suffering echoes through a life with devastating results.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you can't get enough of what we do here at Slapped Ham, then consider following these 2 links right there. Leave us some feedback in the comments section down below. Smash that thumbs up button. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.